Hello everyone, I'm Coyote Jack and I wanted to say something about this because a lot of shit happened between Crapcom and Bandai Namco and I just want to give you a recap of all of this because we got the news on September 3rd of current year that the Devil May Cry director Hideaki Tsuno left Crapcom and here is the tweet. I have an announcement for all my followers. At the end of August 24, I will be leaving Crapcom after 30 years and 5 months. Thank you for your long-term support of the games and characters I have been responsible for. I hope you will continue to support Crapcom games and characters. And that's where you just dropped me. At this point, less and less people are willing to support Crapcom because the DEI is pretty evident. From September, I will start developing a new game in a new environment. I hope to create fun, beautiful games that are memorable as ever, or even more memorable than the ones I have created so far. Please stay tuned for my next creation, Hideaki Tsuno. He was in some way course correcting with Devil May Cry 5, but it's not as good as the third one, and he was with Dark Horizon, and then Dragon's Dogma 2, which is a light service with DAI nonsense. Not so heavy, but still there. And of course, it's censored compared to the first one. But what could have actually pushed him so far? Maybe it's this one. This is from September 6th, from each gamer. Crapcom now requires internet connection to play Resident Evil mobile ports. Now, it's not enough when they are selling this primarily to Apple products, iPhone to be precisely. It's an over close, a well guarded device, and they are adding a the Nubo type DRM to that shit to single player video games. Ah man, Crapcom. So in this case, the specific games affected are Resident Evil 4, 7, and Village smartphones. Resident Evil 7 particularly only just launched for the plan for early this summer, where such a requirement was not needed. Should be illegal to just give this kind of nonsense updates, but Crapcom is gonna Crapcom, the EA of Japan. While they didn't give details on what they mean for the startup process, many believe that this BRM to be DRM related. Interestingly, Crapcom already removed the Nuvo from Village on PC last year, so why they will add it to a different port? Crapcom is gonna Crapcom. But I want to highlight something. This dude just decided to leave after all those years. And to be honest, I'm a little concerned in what he could create. Because he stayed in projects until they got the censorship and the nonsense, and something tells me that probably is going to play but the same shit. He wants to create something in a new environment, but probably that environment is going to be corporate. That's the feeling I got. And something is related to some events Shinji Mikami said, because we have another article related to that. Shinji Mikami slams video game censorship in Japan. The rules are made by people who don't play games, and I absolutely agree. Absolutely agree with that statement. But here's the catch. Because it was an interview between him and Suda51. So Resident Evil creator Shinji Mikami recently spoke about game censorship in Japan, namely his dissatisfaction with Japan's strict video game rating system, and how it can even cause games to be completely banned in interregions such as Dead Space and the Callisto Protocol. And even some Resident Evil games in the past were censored with the violence and the gore, which I agree is a fucking stupid shit to have and undermines freedom of creativity, but something that actually concerns me here is because If have you paid attention between PC Station 5, which all the fucking crap of censorship, or even after 2018 PC Station 4, compare that to PlayStation 2, even used to have games like Rumble Roses, the first one. The second one came to Xbox 360. Look how they push it. The definition of SRB to even saying, oh look, even this so dramatic shit should be 18 plus, which is just kind of middle schoolers play compared to the old stuff. And that's it is something actually highlight Shinji Mikami and Suda 51 here, in which it gives me a very bad spot for them because I'm going to read you this. The topic came in recent interview with Shinji Mikami and Goichi Suda 51 on GameSpark about the upcoming remaster of their game Shadows of the Damned, Shadow of the Damned Hella Remastered. Due to be released on multiple platforms in October 24, the conversation turned into how difference between Japan's rating system and overseas mean that they have to censor parts of the game for the Japanese console releases for both 2011 original and the upcoming remaster, basically releasing two different versions. So beforehand, Suda51 is already telling you that Shadow of the Damned for console C is just censored with the current day standards dictated by the console makers, console manufacturers. That's the word. And I have to say, I don't trust Suda 51 anymore because I play No More Heroes 3 and that shit was so censored and toned down compared to the first and second one. Looks like he made excuse of aliens to justify not putting blood in that game. If you are at least have seen what is No More Heroes 1, the first one, and how that the gore and blood was there, even that game with a certain degree of gore and blood spraying spread on the screen, was released on the first Wii, the Nintendo Wii, which was it was unthinkable a game like that to be released on that console. And then No More Heroes 3 came in on Nintendo Switch in a time when they're even releasing hentai games. I bought hentai games on Nintendo Switch, and the fact that this fucker did something, but it's a original story for pushing for censorship. It's just stupid. You see pixelated blood, alien blood is within multicolor, and just it's just fucking stupid. It's fucking retarded from him the way how he came for restrictions. He take I'm going to think something original, and he is actually say pointing this out, and here is in the next paragraphs. To be launched on consoles in Japan, game must obtain ratings from Japan's CERO, Computer and Entertainment Rating Organization Board. Although download-only titles have option of getting classification from the IRC instead. All games with 18 plus content in Japan must pass Zero's regulations. So even 18 plus and you have to pass for that fucking censorship bullshit. On the other hand, PC releases on Steam in Japan usually end up being uncut as they don't have to pass through Zero. That's the key answer. Ditch consoles. Stop releasing games on consoles. You are crippling your creativity by releasing your games on consoles in current year. And to highlight this even more, I think it's an up system because games aren't being restricted due to rules made by people who don't play games, blocking the enjoyment of those who want to play them, Mikami explains. I agree, but here comes this. Suda51 agreed commenting, we have no choice but to deal with imposing regional restriction as part of our job. No. If you already stated that Zero can suck your dick and you are releasing it on PC, do it. Give those fuckers the middle finger. Release it on PC, forget about console. And a lot of people on PC have the money to double the earnings of consoles. So fuck them, but well, But I always wonder what the players will think. For example, it's a bit sad if people go, I'll bought the PC version in Steam because I want to play uncensored. It's the current mindset of everyone. You should already catch on that. Even though our game Shadows of the Damned Hell Remastered is available in variety of platforms, who are the restrictions for? I feel like they are not for the customers who play the games. While I still agree with said there are the restrictions and maybe all these fucking censored moral facts, they still, why do you want to release those games on console? Stop. Get some help. If why do you just want to fight CERO? You can actually make CERO collapse by just not releasing and encourage more developers to not release their games on consoles anymore. If they're going for the 18 plus route, or even I have to say bring again Spec Ops The Line. Look how that game was all the storytelling, the graphic details in how gruesome war is. With the white phosphors, they went far and beyond. And in current year for consoles, that game is will be banned because of this fucking console manufacturers thinking that you should be babysit and watch 24 hours of the day in every week of and every single year moving forward. That's why I have to say they want to bring Zero Dawn to release games on console. That shit is not okay for me. See, on the topic of games that follow Zero's rules, Mikami mentions the original Dead Space 2008. It could not be released in Japan due to Zero's restriction, and those who wanted to play it had no choice but to track down an overseas copy or playing on PC. Playing on PC was far easier, and the port was actually decent. At the time, Mikami got to talk to the game's developers at ERA Down Shores. This left such an impression on me that I remember it even now. One of the people there was in tears saying, we can't sell the game in Japan even though we worked so hard. That could be the same, say, with the SRB, with how they fuck up Japanese video games, or localization. A lot of hundreds of video games from Japan have been butchered and vandalized in the worst case possible, cutting content of the narratives, the dialogues of the characters, and adding insult to the injury, the voice acting, uh, doing a quirky voice acting, comical, and taking away the seriousness of the game, which when some RPGs were intended to be serious, and with the meaning they just tone the fuck down. All of that. That's one thing. Uh, they already answered themselves. Mikami and Suda51 stop releasing on consoles. And moving on with that topic, because this is something related to seeing all these legacy companies fucking it up, and especially all those legacy directors and creatives on the gaming industry crippling themselves down. And I just want to show you the last example because, well, Bandai Namco is an example. You are not going to see another Code Vein. They already told everyone else that they are not going to make something like this, or if they are going to do it, they are going to push DEI. That's the same for Soul Calibur. Soul Calibur 6, that's the last one. And because, well, we have to start with this one. So this account, Dua Momeji, shared it is Korea versus Japan versus Korea. Japan is just crippling themselves with DEI. It was already something that has been circulating on the internet for quite a time. Many people like myself and many others with their social media and YouTube channels have been sharing this because they are telling you to your face. Those companies are already telling you that. And then you have this account tagging Harada, the creator of Tekken, and he say this shit. Huh? I myself never heard of these names, and the designs are all based on our own decisions. I have to highlight that Tekken 8 is censored, tone it the fuck down, and the character creator has the body type A, but the high body type B. You know, as an insult now, I should call women when I want to insult them body type Bs. Thank you. Thank you, motherfuckers. And just to continue on with the spurging now of this fucker, this is also clear if you read the original article and look at Tekken 8. You wanted to be serious. You wanted to be a real competitive fighting game. Ah, man. Seriously. This is an example of a legendary creator of a franchise in Japan. Another one that is just telling you to your face, yeah, now siding with the globalists, siding with the enemies. We may weigh the community standards against what we want to express, but we don't want to base our own standards on following or not following any extrinsic. And he got clowned, but even in a respectful way, because I'm not showing that respect anymore for this fucking cuckold. This is the response from War on Fan Service. I respectfully disagree, Harada. Looking at the art and the modern community, etc., of the fanbase that many value revealing outfits and they want Tekken to be more like Soul Calibur. They tried to do that with Tekken 7, even Tekken Tag Tournament, but they took that away. So the fanbase is pretty clear many value revealing outfits and they want Tekken to be more like Soul Calibur. And I doubt that everyone working on both Namco series are all completely different people now. From the looks of this, I think they are just. Now, list from the figures, the companies probably like Firma, they know what they're peeling. Even I have to highlight this character, this one that does capoeira from Tekken, hasn't come back yet. And if is this coming back, I doubt they are going to put her with this outfit. And then I have another one, the same one. No, no, this one is censorship in manga. Yeah, this manga got censored by quote unquote fans. Uh, no, excuse me, I already lost that one. I think it was from the this dude Save a Cliff AVGC where he was sharing something interesting. I had to scroll down a lot, but well, I found it. So this was from Save a Click FGC. So boggles my mind how Harada's having a massive spurge out over people criticizing Bandai Namco's adoption of DEI. They didn't earn it into company structure when he specifically called out SGWs in the past for being annoying complainers. Yet the sad same kinds of people who invented DEI. And here is from Scratch Point. Bandai Namco recently announced a DEI training program in addition to researching similar concepts since 2020 and stating on their site the misinformation is pretending a developer's work somehow nullifies the company openly adopting this initiative because we have these ones. Learning to allow shared the news, and Kazuhiro Harada was just with mental gymnastics. Read this and don't ask me for shit. Dude, you can't. I say this is a fucking cock. He deserves to be laughed at and stop giving them support. The Mighty Cave. I just want to read your fucking mental gymnastic hits. This is why these grifters are cancers to gaming community. Look at the fucking mirror. They take any source they find, no matter if it's unverified or not context, is from the same. The company has a DEI department in their website, and they attach it to games or topics when they don't belong. You got the creator of Tekken leader telling them they're wrong. Nope. Here is in the main page. This is fucking idiots calling everyone grifters, and they don't look in the fucking mirror. And then you have, huh? Have you seen even the content of this session? Why do I need to see the? It's the same shit as. Did you play it? You only watch it in the cutscenes? And that is just a fucking movie like Sony, one of these fucking interactive movies from Sony. Ah man, it's just like like when you hear fucking nutsack saying It it again didn't fail because it was woke. That fucking shitty argument is the new real communism hasn't been tried yet. And this fucker, look, I'm not shitting you. He's here. Look, he's going mental gymnastics because he's getting called out that he decided to stay in a company for far too long. That seriously, he just at this point, I don't know what else to tell you. He butchered his own IP, tried to commit with the DEI nonsense, and surprise, surprise, everyone is calling this shit out. I really like it that even the normies are looking into this because they are finally starting to listen to the people that was into this cultural war. That yeah, this is why your games are shit. At least learn from this. Don't give people, don't give your money to people that hates you. Simple as that. And look, can you elaborate on how this is being misinterpreted? Also, this isn't about you as an individual. He took that personal. He made it personal because he knows that he's already stained with that shit. You are too brainwashed to understand that this is used to avoid political subjects. These fucking leftards infected video games. They, I have to state again the difference between the right and the left. The right never participates in the culture. They just want to dictate that. The left, when they see a culture starting in some groups, they want to sneak in and corrupt it from the inside. And then you have a robot and here clowning on this idiot. He used is used for censorship. Atelier has no fan service. The censored DLC is so tiny it feels like something from the 70s. Lol. And I'm sure Loli Chichi won't appear in Dragon Ball Sparking Zero despite appearing in previous titles. I agree with that and this fucker under the jail. Aren't you GW parade naked in the street so kids can see you? Wearing BDSM outfits and dancing in front of the kids? But not normal blockers and unisex BS to kids? Every time I hear a pedo in the game industry gets arrested, they always from your feminist LGBT group. Yeah, and this fucker using Keanu Reeves' name. That's why you can't take those idiots seriously. And I can't take Harada seriously anymore because of that shit. Just like I just can't take so seriously Shinji Mikami or Hideki Kamiya and even Itsuno because they stuck with companies that got infected with DEI. DEI started more than 2 decades are that as far as the records are being told, and it was evidence from 2014 and 2017. That's when it was pretty obvious, and now it's just pushed far, far to the corner of and, from a pit that is just directing to a hellhole that just you can't never get out. That's why the legacy industry should burn. And those developers and all those legacy directors, they should be ignored and being used an example to new ones. The new ones that actually are against this shit, they want to go far and beyond where Japan left. So give us give us what we want. You take our money. Simple as that. And this to never repeats again because if you keep fucking around, you end up finding out. That's all I wanted to share here with you. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a pretty good day.